Now, for this part of the question, we've got to draw the inverse function g to the minus 1 of x. And to do this, we should know the relationship between an inverse and the function g of x. It's a reflection in the line y equals x. Now, the line y equals x is a diagonal line that goes from, say, here to here, going through the origin, and we'll just mark that in as y equals x. So all that's going to mean is that a point like this point here, 2, 0, gets mirrored across the line and goes to 0, 2. So we'll say that's the point 0, 2. We'll just mark a 2 in there. And take another point, this point out here. It's 8 across and 4 up, this point here. So it's going to be reflected in the line to a point 4, 8. Let's say it's up here somewhere. So this branch gets mirrored to become something like this. And now for this branch, this is a significant point. At 0, minus 6, that point there is going to be mirrored across over to here, where we go minus 6 this way down the x-axis. So let's say that that's at minus 6. And this point down here, 0, minus 9, gets mirrored across to minus 9 over here, minus 9, 0. So our reflection of this part of the graph in y equals x will look something like this. Okay, looks like I've just missed that point there, the minus 6, but hopefully you get the idea. So there you go, there's g to the minus 1 of x, and where it crosses the y-axis then is at 0, 2, and the x-axis at minus 6, 0. And for the last part, we've got to state the domain of the inverse function, and the domain is going to go from this value here all the way up to the 4 here actually. So it's a well-known fact that the domain of one function becomes the range of the inverse and vice versa. So the range of g of x, remember in the first part we were asked that went from minus 9 to 4, that becomes the domain of g to the minus 1 of x, going from minus 9 to 4. We'll just mark that in. Mark that in this colour, the domain then, going across there, minus 9 to 4. So we just need to write that in. And this is then part F of the question. The domain of g to the minus 1 of x equals, remember it's any x value this time, which is greater than or equal to minus 9 but less than or equal to 4. I think I want to change that equal to a colon there. Alright? Okay, so I hope that's given you an idea then of how to go about that particular question.